We're starting to digest, we're tired, so I'm going to make this a little bit more interactive. I have 4 questions, and whoever answers the most questions correctly are going to be receiving a gift from Miriam. Thank you, Miriam, for offering that gift, by the way. Okay, first question. What is the best barbecue joint in Oklahoma? Who says Swaddlers? Okay. So the answer is not Swaddlers. Okay. So anybody who said not Swaddlers wins. So when all jokes aside, the state treasurer needs to make sure we have the right checks and balances. So if we have to do deals done in a back room without any input from citizens, that it just cannot happen. The state treasurer can put those checks and balances there, and as state treasurer, I will. It is the taxpayers' money. It is not the capital's money. It is not the governor's money. It is not the legislator's money. It is the taxpayers' money. We need to treat it as such. So SWOT is just one example. Public education is another example, right? If we have a big bucket that says public education, well, that says public education, right? As state treasurer, I'm going to make sure that private businesses don't get to go into that bucket. That's going to help some of our public education issues. Second question, does Oklahoma have the highest credit rating in the nation? Trick question, the answer is yes. The capital does not. The capital is a few notches below the highest credit rating in the nation, causing millions and millions of dollars to our citizens. The Oklahoma Water Resources Board, where we were able to reach highest credit rating in the nation. As a result, we can lend money to communities, add an administrative fee, and still cost them less than what the state can borrow money for. So we need to turn that around. The state treasurer should be working on that. I can do it. We can make it happen. Okay, one more question. That's question number 3. Who decides what can be done with unclaimed property of Oklahomans? Some people might think it's the legislators. Some people might think it's the state treasurer. Well, it's actually the legislators. As you might know, unclaimed property has been going up and up and up and up, and we just cannot seem to find those people to whom the money is owed. Let me tell you one thing. If the state is able to find you if you owe taxes, we should be able to find you if you owe you money, right? And what it takes is really working on it and making it a priority, right? 2 priorities I would add to what we're currently doing, because right now I'm just sitting back and waiting, right? Waiting for someone to knock on the door saying, hey, I might be owed some money, can you look into it? 2 things, we can be proactive instead of reactive. Number 1, social media. Okay, if you've got this guy's first and last name, and we know we owe them money, look him up on Facebook, okay? Second, data mining, Corporation Commission, LexisNexis, there's a lot of data we could borrow, look at it, and we'll be able to find people's contacts, contact them, reunite them with their money. But a third one, it might sound a little bit too boots on the ground, but go to the county fair, have a booth, and at the booth, like, hey, I'm with the state treasurer's office, can you hear? I'll show you how you can see if you or somebody else has money that we owe you. And while we do that, this is where you stop the clock. While we do that, we can also talk about the 529 College Savings Plan, which is one of the best saving plans in the nation. Yes, there's a tax deduction. Thank you for pausing that out. Yes, there's a tax deduction, and but people don't know about it. There's not enough people putting money into it because they just don't know about it. Those booths will train people, considering that we have a $1 million budget to market our tax savings plan. You know, a few booths out there isn't going to reach $1 million. So we can do that. We can be proactive about educating people about unclaimed property and the 529 College Savings Plan. It also starts by having engaged employees. So the last question, I haven't kept track of who's winning. Mary, I hope you kept those out. A survey, the Chief Operating Officer of Oklahoma submits a survey to state employees every year. Last year, the state employees of the state treasurer, what percentage would you say the state employees of the treasurer believe that the state treasurer and his executive team are trustworthy in their education, in their communication? What would you say this? 40%. So 40% of the state treasurer's employees believe that communication coming down from the top is trustworthy. What does that mean? Potentially 60% unengaged, 60% not working as hard as they could, 60% not working very, very hard to reunite people with their money, to educate people about 5.9 college savings plan, to make sure you have checks and balances, to take care of taxpayers' money. So I can change that. It starts with servant leadership. I'm really proud when I have employees who leave me because they're moving on up and then eventually end up higher than me. That is a good thing, not a bad thing. You need to serve your employees. I believe in credibility. My opponent and I have a background in banking. I can tell you one thing, the FDIC never said that my banking practices were unsafe and unsound, okay? So we want credibility in the state treasurer, which is a finance job. And also, last but not least, respect. Some of you might have heard what my opponent had to say about Native Americans and alcoholism back in 2016, and then pretty much doubled down this summer during a pretty nasty debate in the runoff. So, credibility and respect will go far. You respect your employees so that your employees can provide good customer service. So, I'm Charles, running for state treasurer, and I would ask you not only to vote for me in November, but give me some soft questions, please.
Any time for questions?